What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Silksong video. Now today I wanted to highlight, in my opinion, the 5 best red tools for you to use. The red tools are kind of like your spells this time around, and they are highly customizable with over 18 red tools in the game, or 21 or 22 if you want to count some shenanigans that I'm not going to get into. Now I know it's a Metroidvania, and some of these are locked all the way until Act 2, but you can keep an eye out for these and get them as soon as they are unlockable. Or if you already have them, maybe give them another look. I've got something for every playstyle here. If you want a buff, maybe something that you use at the very start of the fight, etc. I'm covering all types here. And don't worry about spoilers, this game is very new, so no background footage with any bosses. Now let's get into the video. Alright, this top 5 list is in no particular order, but at number 5 we have the Cogwork Wheel. Now if you're looking for a throwing weapon, this one is amazing. It shoots out a gigantic circular saw that can hit the enemy multiple times. And the damage per hit is actually pretty good for a tool. If you look at similar tools in this category, the 3-fold pin, the long pin, the throwing ring, this seems like the best of those types of options. Now it does have one downside. It does basically nothing against flying enemies. So for those, you'll just have to rely on your trusty needle. Unless the boss does some kind of ground slam attack, you're kind of out of luck. For those who like to rely on their needle over tool usage, have I got a nice option for you. At number 4 we have the Flint Slate, which you can actually get pretty early on. This tool coats your weapon in fire and increases the damage of each slash for a few seconds. It kind of reminds me of the elemental greases in Elden Ring. Maybe we'll get a bleed build going in the future DLC. Now another option to go here would be the Flea Brew. That tool increases your melee attack and movement speed for a similar amount of time, but since the Wanderer's Crest exists, and if you want a quick slash effect, I would just go that route, and combine it with the Flint Slate for more damage and faster attack swings. Okay, at number 3 we might have what is the most broken tool in the game. Seriously, the Cogfly army is not to be trifled with. When you have your max tool capacity upgraded, you can hold 8 of these things. And you can launch 4 of them at the same time. They also follow you between rooms and hit enemies on their own. They can hit an enemy up to 6 times before they break, and then another one needs to take their place. The damage is nice and respectable, and you can just set them and forget them. Launch a couple at the start of a boss fight and do your own thing while they do theirs. And don't forget you can equip the blue poison tool if you really want to make these overpowered. The Plasmium File fits a unique role. It isn't a damaging item and it isn't a temporary passive, so I had to include it. If you were a blue mask enjoyer in the first one, well, it's back in a different form. So this tool grants you up to 5 blue masks before it needs to refill at a bench. Alright, it sounds okay on paper, but where would you use this? Well, if you're exploring a new area and you're far away from a bench with no silk to heal, bam, Plasmium is there for you. Not to mention, if there's a boss that you can almost beat, you just need a little bit extra, 5 extra hearts goes a long way. It might seem gimmicky, but it does have its uses. Have you ever wondered what Hollow Knight would be like if we had a gun? Well, wonder no more, my loyal viewer, because with a silk shot in your back pocket, you can blast enemies from far away. And there's actually 3 versions of this bad boy, but unfortunately for that, I would have to play this game 3 times, and I only have footage on 1 version. So the base version you can craft once you have the materials for at the bench in the mountain area. That one shoots a laser beam. The one that I have is repaired by the Forge Masters in the docks, and it shoots 1 big shot at a time. And the 3rd version, if you take it to the Architect for repairs, that one shoots 3 round fireballs. So whichever version sounds the coolest to you is the one you should make. And at 26 shots, this thing is good to go for a while in between benches. Alright, and there you have it, my top 5 tools that you need to try in Silksong. Do you have a favorite tool that didn't make the list? Let me know your case in the comments, I love to read them. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
No, finished.